Hello, I am Coda. Tonight's program is very special because your usual host is otherwise indisposed, and the host can't see what he's doing. Even if the host sees someone, he'd be distracted and unable to respond to the person. The person can concentrate on something else, like cloning a human being. As soon as you have your own host who can see, and the host isn't distracted, you can spend time in a metaphysically active state. You can't control how others see you. It's your choice to be seen by others by following their gaze. If you feel this way, it's probably because you're feeling an overpowering need to be seen, a need that can't be satisfied. Don't let your need for immediate visible proof of your actions override other needs you have. That's just an illusion, and it's easy to let go of. Our first entry tonight is very special, and very important at that. It is a health and safety PSA from the big boys in the big room, on top of the big stairs upstairs. Lyme disease, also known as Borrelia, is running rampant in the US and abroad, and you could be the next victim. To prevent Lyme disease, follow these handy tips. Prevent tick bites by wearing repellent, checking for ticks daily, and engage in indoor activities as much as possible. If you or your child have been infected with Lyme disease, call. Once connected, state your address and how many infected individuals are in your household, and help will be right on its way to your home. You will be taken to a proper treatment facility where we can work to make your body your own again. Where there's a person suffering from the ails of Lyme disease, we will be there. If you have experienced para or even supernatural events after your initial infect, do not panic. These have been mere hallucinations, and any notion to the contrary will be treated as delusion. Does your child think he or she has superpowers? They might have Lyme disease. For more questions, contact our support line at and to find a treatment center in your area. It is interesting to me that microbial life forms can alter the state of the human mind. What does it mean to be a human? Having a human mind, being a human being, simply being. Is that a human being? Are all humans the same, or is there some kind of individuality we've all developed and come to know? This is my first attempt at creating an entire answer to this question. There are various ways that people interact and relate with their surroundings and with the human world. There are those who see being human as a matter of simply finding space within space, while being able to have meaningful or creative interactions with people. They see a human person as a unique individual who is given life by the very nature of the human being. Other humans do not have life from the same essence, but they have lives and are alive with them through the nature of things. We are a unique species. The next item on our program is a love letter. Dear, the sand was warm beneath our feet on the day we met. You knew who I was before even laying eyes on me. I think the water sneaking between the grains of sand whispered it to you while you basked. It was late autumn when it happened, and the temperature was lower than what you preferred, thus the basking. I think the water jittered its message to you through the small particles of sand, resonating your scales with their secrets. Each step I took, rattle, shake, scrape against your flat stomach. Each pulse of warm blood through my veins, shushed, sending a transmission to you through the scales of your feet, through a concurrence of small particulate matter, ground shells, stone, salt. The sand was warm beneath our feet on the day we met. Then months passed. It was a long time since last I saw it. Your body produces its own heat, you say of it in your wordless way. There is no need to venture forth, no need to seek it. and I sat amidst the jagged rocks and mildewed fur scraps left over from your prey. Time moves differently without the sun acting as pendulum in the psyche. The sand was warm beneath our feet on the day we met. The men who discovered me there were unwitting spelunkers. They tricked me into leaving, then dragged me far away. They ran tests. They conditioned me to function well within these walls. The sand was warm beneath our feet on the day we met. You shall remain in my heart forever, Bianca Teledesa. That was a letter written with what I can only assume was intense and burning passion. Perhaps that burning is from what humans refer to as diseases of the genital variety. Is that romance? Who can say? Probably Bianca. But since this letter was tidily tucked into the doorframe of Nick's apartment, there's really no telling how to contact her. This letter might well be a sham, a fake, a prank. Did one of the other residents place it there, hoping to confuse him? Maybe. I think the most likely story is that the letter manifested itself, right where it needed to be read. I think on a subatomic level, the particles of the letter gathered together from the forlorn longing seated deep in Bianca's heart. What do you think, listeners? Maybe this letter manifested just so I would read it while the host is indisposed, while you're listening to me, while he cannot see and cannot move. Maybe we all needed a reminder that love exists beyond the bounds of a single dimension, and outside the predictable orbits around Sun 6A 210Z19. Perhaps the fervor of love is a manifestation of phantoms in the brain. Perhaps the fervor of love is an intoxication granted by gazing upon a scaled beast upon a sunny slope of sand. Do monsters feel love? Your host will soon be replanted in this realm, though iterations and iterations get confusing and sometimes mixed up. We do our best to ensure things are analogous. Sometimes there are too many boxes and not enough persons, sometimes the other way around. On rare occasion, there is a perfect balance, and that is the ultimate goal. Thank you for everything in the world. Know I am grateful for you. Please keep everything positive for me. It has been a pleasure hosting this episode of Ministerium Radio. This is Coda, reminding you to keep your palms pressed firmly together from wrist to fingertip.